This is Capernaum on the Sea of Galilee. At the time of Jesus, Capernaum was a thriving fishing town, which had been inhabited for nearly 200 years. The town was known for boat building, net mending, and the fish trade. Jesus made Capernaum one of his home bases for ministry. Now, it was known for this, its synagogue, where Jesus began teaching in a powerful new way. These are the impressive ruins of a 4th century synagogue standing here in Capernaum today. But what about the time of Jesus? Have the ruins of the synagogue where Jesus taught ever been discovered? Well, the short answer is yes. Most experts agree that they have. If you look down there, you can see that this 4th century structure was built on top of an older foundation made of a completely different kind of stone. This white limestone synagogue, it was built on top of the black basalt foundations of one of the oldest synagogues in the world. As you can see, mostly column fragments and the floor remain, but the location and the layout provide significant evidence for experts to identify it as a 1st century synagogue. Other archaeological materials such as pottery and coins also point to its 1st century origin. The main hall of the synagogue measures approximately 80 feet by 60 feet. Remarkably, the original synagogue that lies beneath this white limestone structure dates to the period that Jesus would have taught here. Visiting the ruins of ancient Capernaum is quite the experience. It's a well-preserved site where Jesus actually taught on numerous occasions. It makes an account like this from Mark chapter 1 truly come alive. They went to Capernaum, and when the Sabbath came, Jesus went into the synagogue and began to teach. The people were amazed at his teaching because he taught them as one who had authority, not as the teachers of the law. Just then a man in the synagogue who was possessed by an impure spirit cried out, "What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," said Jesus sternly. "Come out of him." And the impure spirit shook the man violently and came out of the man with a shriek. The people were all so amazed, they asked each other, "What is this? A new teaching and with authority. He even gives orders to impure spirits, and they obey him." News about him spread quickly over the whole region of Galilee. Mark 1, 21 through 28. According to Mark's gospel, Jesus stayed at Simon Peter's house while teaching and performing miracles in Capernaum. The Gospels not only indicate that Peter's house was in Capernaum, but that it was very close to the synagogue. Now protected by this modern church structure, many scholars believe that this was the actual home of Peter at the time of Jesus. The account in Mark chapter 1 continues. As soon as they left the synagogue, they went with James and John to the home of Simon Peter and Andrew. Simon Peter's mother-in-law was in bed with a fever, and they immediately told Jesus about her. So he went to her, took her hand, and helped her up. The fever left her, and she began to wait on them. That evening, after sunset, the people brought to Jesus all the sick and demon-possessed. The whole town gathered at the door, and Jesus healed many who had various diseases. Mark 1, 29 through 34. Oh, hi. It's TV's Dave Stotts, and I'm here to tell you to hit the thing and make sure you ring the thing for more of drive-through history, because that's what we all need.